All right, welcome to the Saturated Sportsters. I'm Josh.
And I'm Noah.
All right, so let's get right into this. We got Week 15 NFL football. First pick of the week, I got Chargers versus Chiefs.
In this matchup, I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs because Mahomes is looking like an incredible quarterback of the NFL.
Yeah.
Definitely number one in his second year. Making no-look passes, making everyone think that he's a magician out there. Chargers are a little down too. Not only Melvin Gordon injured, but Austin Eckler. So,
I'm fine with the Chiefs too for this game. Tyreek Hill's questionable, has a bad heel, bad wrist. That's gonna make him a little more injury prone if they do put him out there. Also, this game is on Thursday, so due to that, Melvin might be back. They said he's questionable, but I do think that it's going to be the Chiefs taking this one
over the Chargers.
Absolutely. I mean, Mahomes having the season of his life, MVP race, probably second right now, actually behind Drew Brees. Drew Brees isn't my MVP pick, but Drew Brees is having the best season one of any quarterback has ever had with his completion percentage and his QB rating. But we'll get back to
the MVP race.
So now Browns-Broncos.
I definitely have not only the Browns taking this one, but the Browns taking this one with a 17-point margin.
Why is that?
Because Baker Mayfield has been slinging it. He's been killing everyone. Von Miller's not been having a great season. The Broncos haven't had a great season.
The reason I say it's going to be the Broncos is only due to the fact that they're going to be at the Broncos Stadium. So we're talking about this is like partial Windy City type of deal. Chicago. Rams just lost to the Bears. And I think that the Browns are going to fall under pressure against the Broncos. I think the defense is going to eat up. And the Broncos are going to come out with this one. They're still third in the AFC West, but they're not going to move forward or anything. But, it's still a fight. So I think they're going to be taking that game.
All right, no disagreement. Next game we got this week is the Giants versus Titans.
Giants.
I definitely have the Giants too, coming off a great game, even without Odell. Going up 40-0 versus the Redskins.
Yeah.
Making Adrian Peterson look like the old man he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's done actually. You know what? When he got picked up, I remember in fantasy when he got picked up, I wanted to get him right away. I really thought that he was gonna go off. And he actually had a pretty good season for being the old man you consider him, and he's not a bad running back. I'd say he's like probably the top 15, top 20 running back.
Definitely a top 15 running back this year, but as opposed to other running backs who have been killing it, such as James Conner getting his chance to shine.
I know. Yeah,
Philip Lindsay, undrafted rookie.
Yeah, real
killing it.
Real good.
But the Browns are going to stop him. That's my opinion.
I just don't think so. I mean, the power they have. I mean, I know they just got rid of Demaryius Thomas, but still, I think that there's going to be something there. And the Broncos will come out with that. The Giants, like you said, Odell is actually possibly coming back this week. It's said in reports that he's feeling a lot better and he's gone through a few practice runs already. So they say wait until like the Wednesday report for injury comes out, and that's when we'll really know whether or not Odell is going to be playing in this game. And if he does, I think he's going to eat up the secondary. And with the Titans, Corey Davis, really good wide receiver.
Derrick Henry, 200-plus yard game.
One game,
but one amazing game versus
the
Jaguars
defense. The next is going to be great. The Jaguars are going to go a little overrated. Best defense this year, in my opinion. We all say it's the Bears, but really, it's the Ravens. Ravens are number one in categories for giving yards, passing yards, and rushing. They've been killing on defense.
Okay.
Their offense hasn't showed for it. Lamar Jackson.
Best running back quarterback in the NFL.
No, we're talking about he's the little Colin Kaepernick.
He is.
So yeah, I definitely think the Giants, like I said, are going to take it.
I agree with the Giants over the Titans.
I think they're going to be coming. They're on a high right now. They're going to settle a little bit.
Definitely.
Mariota is going to be on his A game. Moving on to our favorite team, Seahawks.
over the Niners, which is
Guaranteed.
what other people may look at as a free game, which
I hope it is.
I hope it is too. Let's hope George Kittle can be contained.
I think he will be. He's been a really good tight end this year. But the Seahawks, their defense is looking really good.
They got a bunch of young guys.
What's his name?
Tedrick Thompson.
Oh, Cedric Thompson, right out from Valencia, from out here, man.
He's been killing it.
DHS.
Legion of Boom version 2.
Yeah.
Not quite bigger and better, but we'll be there hopefully soon.
Yeah, but then also, what is it? Bobby Wagner. He's been absolutely on tear this year. You know, we talk about Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack. No one brings up Bobby Wagner because the Seahawks aren't a big known team
Anymore, unfortunately.
Exactly. Nothing like how the Rams right now are. Nothing was as big as the whole Khalil Mack signing. But Bobby Wagner, with all of that defense has gone through this year from the offseason, first off, losing Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas out, Richard Sherman over to the Niners, now injured. I think that
the list goes on for
Yeah.
the Legion of Boom is completely
It's done.
reformed. Yeah.
But yeah, Bobby Wagner has helped with leading this team and has made them that much better. They were the 5th ranked defense to I think the first 10 to 12 games, which is absolutely amazing. And right now they are the wild card, so I think they're going to keep that. And they're going to move to 9-5 and put the Niners to 3-11.
I agree with you there.
And this is the big game right here. This is the game. The next one that we're about to talk about is I think where we have
the most disagreement for sure.
absolutely. But I also have one disagreement about my own pick that needs to change. But I'll get into that after, and I'll talk to Kirk about that too.
So we'll get into this pick. It's the Colts versus the Cowboys this week, which I feel is going to be a huge matchup because the Colts just took out the Texans on their huge win streak. The Cowboys have been killing it. I'm not a Cowboys fan by any means, but they're definitely making it look like they have one of the top defenses in the league. They have great rookies. Amari Cooper's playing exactly like that first-round pick that they traded for. So I'm going to stick with the Colts for this game, strictly because T.Y. Hilton has been playing as expected. Andrew Luck is getting back into the groove. I don't think he's that franchise quarterback quite yet, but he is getting there. And last but not least, Eric Ebron, top 5 tight end this year, has been killing it, has been throwing in touchdowns, has been running in touchdowns. He's jack of all trades. He's been killing it this year.
So you're going with the Colts.
I'm going with the Colts.
I'm going with the Cowboys. Now the reason I go with the Cowboys, this is against me because I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm not all about the Mariners team. But the reason I have to go with the Cowboys is if you watch the way they played against the Eagles and how they had them nearly shut out for the first 3 quarters with that defense. Absolutely amazing. Van Der Esch and DeMarcus Lawrence, insane. They've been absolutely killing it. And I think that, first off, the defense, like I said, elite. And then you have Amari Cooper, complete.
As you keep going, turn the screen back
That's
on.
fine. Complete, utter weapon. He's been killing it. The fact that he got traded and now he's been doing all he can do, and he's their option right now. And then you also have Zeke. Zeke is guaranteed top 5 best running back
Guaranteed
right now. When I was watching the game, the first, once again, 3 quarters, even the fourth, every touch he got, nearly every touch he got, it was the first time.
And he's not only a running threat, but a vertical threat too.
Yeah, you can put him in the slot receiver
Definitely.
position, and boom, he's gone.
I feel like this is going to be one of the closest games this
Yeah, it's
week.
going to be a really good game, definitely. But the one person I have a huge problem with is Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is... So we put Dak Prescott on this pedestal because, first off, he had a great rookie season.
Not just a great rookie season, but
The best.
The best rookie season.
He's leading right now, quote-unquote, leading the Cowboys to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So everyone has this high on Dak Prescott. But the reason I say Dak Prescott is trash, actually, is the way I'll put it, is because if you keep watching his games, he's forcing the ball. He's throwing the ball into awkward spots for the receiver to try and catch, and as well he threw 3 touchdowns against first off a banged up Eagles secondary.
They had third stringers out there.
I mean, like, and the fact that you still can't sling the ball past a third string secondary is just beyond my belief. And the fumbles, I just think that Dak Prescott was putting him way too high, and because of that, it's making me judge harder.
But even with this hate, you're still going Cowboys over Colts?
Absolutely, because they still, just because I don't like the quarterback doesn't mean they can't win. Offense wins games, defense wins championships.
I agree, but
I know that could be different today's day and age with how offense has been rolling so much. But yeah, Dak Prescott, he has good games, he has bad games. I think he has more bad than good. He hasn't been the quarterback I thought he was going to be this year.
But he still has time to turn into that quarterback.
I think he has a little bit of time.
I think this season is that
change by next season.
This season is that test.
There needs to be a change.
This season is that test with them acquiring Amari Cooper, giving him more weapons.
Amari Cooper is an AJ Green. That's an AJ Green. He is an AJ Green. He's fast. He's versatile. He can transition, and that's what quarterback wants. Quarterback wants somebody that is like Amari Cooper, but I just don't think Dak is that guy for Amari Cooper.
I agree.
I almost like Derek Carr better than Dak.
I would take Derek Carr over Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I think I'd take Derek Carr over Dak. Also seeing how Derek Carr did 2 years ago, I know 2 years, and even last year, I just think Dak's overrated. And we compare him to people like Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, and now Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees. I don't want to compare him with them. I'd rather compare Dak Prescott with Ryan Tannehill.
With the Miami Miracle, Ryan Tannehill.
Or
I agree with that. Hopefully he can turn into that player. I'm not like Cowboys fans are definitely rooting for that. But now we'll touch base back on that MVP race that you were talking about.
Yeah.
We're going into week 15, so we're there. We have enough stats to make some bold predictions.
Mm-hmm.
I see you got a whole list going on over there. I got my one guy who I think has it secured. You would be the only the third defensive player to ever get MVP.
Mm-hmm.
So right now you're either thinking Khalil Mack or Aaron Donald. Definitely Aaron Donald.
Wow.
Aaron Donald, first couple of games was was garbage. Garbage. He was not making plays, not getting sacks. Since week 4, he has been killing it. Now, to add to that, yes, they have great additions with Sue, with the Jaguars player that just got, I'm blanking on his name, the most recent guy that just got from the Jets. Either way, my MVP is Aaron Donald. Be the third defensive player to get it. Be behind Lawrence Taylor. Be behind Mark Mosley. That's the guy who I think is going to get it.
So I'm going to strongly disagree.
Okay.
He's definitely going to have to go. In my opinion, Patrick Mahomes this year, this is like you said before, this is his first start, second season. 4,300 yards, 43 touchdowns. Now, I do know that he has thrown 11 interceptions and has 8 fumbles. That's a lot.
But with that, he's also throwing crazy yards, great touchdowns.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's done absolutely amazing. He's, I think, with 11 touchdowns away, 10 touchdowns away, or something like that.
From the record.
So, yeah, he only has 3 more games to do it. Do I think he can? Yes. Does the record matter currently right now? No. He proved in this last game through overtime that he should deserve the MVP. And the reason I say that is because they lost this game. They then risked the chance of the Seahawks coming through and then fighting for that race for first, and now taking the Seahawks out of the wild card. So the thing for me is that he just proved that he is the MVP because he solidified the first place spot for the Chiefs. I mean, you look at Alex Smith last year. Alex Smith, first 5 games, led the Chiefs. It looked great, and then it started to go downhill. This year, that didn't happen. Patrick Mahomes kept it going. Granted, yes, they have so many weapons. Travis Kelce, who was Kareem Hunt. And
let's not even touch on the Kareem Hunt
Tyreek
story.
Hill, Sammy Watkins.
They just picked up Kelvin Benjamin. Might be a fluke, but
no, Kelvin Benjamin's good.
He has the potential.
Yeah, Kelvin Benjamin's good. I was going to get into that because Kelvin Benjamin, if you notice him when he used to play with Cam Newton, I used to be Cam Newton's option.
That was this guy over Greg Olsen.
Yeah, because Kelvin he's a tight end that is a wide receiver. I mean, he is so big and he's versatile as well. So I think that's a good pickup on their part, adding another weapon. But back to it, yes, Patrick Mahomes is going to be taking this MVP this year, in my opinion. Drew Brees is having an amazing season as well. Like I said before, passer rating up.
He's also got the weapons, though.
Not as many as the Chiefs.
Not as many as the Chiefs. Running weapons, yes.
Running backs, yes. Wide receivers, no.
No.
Michael Thomas hasn't panned out this year the way I thought he was going to pan out.
But
He has got a lot of yards. I mean, he gets open. He catches nearly every pass he gets. But no, I don't think he has the same amount of weapons that the Chiefs have.
But with that, the Chiefs are utilizing it way more, seeing how many significantly more touchdowns Mahomes has thrown.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, both teams are what? 10-2.
Two losses, both teams, 11-2.
Or yeah, whatever it is, and Drew Brees has done the same thing with throwing less touchdowns and less yards. Granted, Alvin Kamara is a stud.
And so is Mark Ingram. They got the 1-2 punch. Kamara can get it slow.
It's pretty dangerous with them. But yeah, I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. I like Philip Rivers this year too. He's actually done really well. But
he's very slept on.
He slept on every single year.
Every year.
But he's one of those guys that's always going to fall into the top, but he's not going to get that MVP. Jared Goff, amazing, but still he'll get there soon enough. Todd Gurley was the best running back this year. Second best to me is Saquon Barkley.
So if you had to pick, because you have Mahomes winning your MVP, if you had to pick a defensive player, because I'm looking, I see you have Mack.
Let's say Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack. I'm taking Khalil Mack.
You're taking Khalil Mack, Defensive Player of the Year, over Aaron Donald.
Yes.
Don't know what to say to that, but
if you look at what he's done for the Bears and how this whole team has now changed since he got there,
I completely agree with
rookie. There's something about having Khalil Mack on your team that changes the whole dynamic.
Definitely, but Aaron Donald
has Ndamukong Suh, Sam Shields, and God knows who else.
Aqib Talib.
Yeah, so I just think that he has too many defensive weapons that help him.
So you're trying to say that Mack makes a bigger improvement on his defense than Donald does.
Yes,
I agree, but
so
Donald's
he get defensive player of the year?
Donald's numbers are better than Mack. Am I saying Mack isn't a great defensive player? No, Mack is right there. But I still have Donald as not only my MVP, but Defensive Player of the Year.
So that's a lot. I don't think Aaron Donald will get MVP. And if he does get Defensive Player of the Year, he gets it. But I think it should go to Khalil Mack, joining a brand new team, leading rookies, and also leading his team. I mean, practically his defense beat the Rams.
100%. Starting from the safety, it went downhill.
Now imagine Khalil Mack wasn't there this year.
Khalil Mack wasn't there this year. Jared Goff might have only thrown 3 picks, not 4.
No. Jared Goff would have thrown maybe one.
Maybe 1.
And no fumbles, no safety. I think that.
I agree with you. So we'll move on from the NFL MVP race right now. We'll start discussing who in the NBA will be making playoffs. So, as you can see by my hoodie, huge Clippers fan. So we'll start with the West, I guess, for my picks. No, I don't have the Clippers as a top half team getting home court advantage, but I have them squeezing in on the 8th seed. I have Golden State first, Denver, OKC, Portland. Unfortunately, the Lakers I have coming in at 5. I hate to say it, but LeBron is, as we all know, the GOAT. And I have the Rockets coming in after that. I can see them picking it up. I have the Jazz and the Clippers. Now I'll move to the East, and then I'll touch on my picks, and I'll let Josh go. But for my East picks, I have Toronto. I have Milwaukee. I have Boston and the Sixers. And then from here is where it's a little different. I know a lot of people know Detroit is a good team, Indiana's a good team. So I have Detroit coming in at 5, and the Pacers coming in at 6. Victor Oladipo is that guy. He's still young. He's balling out. And then I have the Hornets coming in. The Hornets, I feel, are a great team. They're getting there defensively. They're getting there defensively, not because of Tony Parker. Kemba Walker is that guy. He's amazing. And the 8th seed, which is a little bit of a sleeper, I have the Nets. The Nets are a very young team. I wouldn't say they're really overlooked anymore.
I'll put the Nets on mine.
Yeah, it's the Nets. Nets are a good team. D'Angelo Russell hated him when he was a Laker. Still hate him, but he's a good player. Jared Allen, getting up there in the center race for top 10, I'd say. Spencer Dinwiddie.
He's good off the bench.
Great off the bench.
Really good.
Not Jay Crowder. What's that fool's name? Not Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder's on the Jazz. Almost looks like Jay Crowder. Yeah. Either way, Nets are a deep team. I'm going to touch back on some of the teams in the West. The reason I have Denver as number 2 is they're a great young team. And Jamal Murray has been balling out. Jokic is redefining the center position. He's been getting so many assists each game. Can still ball.
He's
still
worked on the big man. He can shoot from anywhere on the floor. He gets your rebounds. He gets your assists.
Definitely. And before I let you go, for your picks, got to also touch on how Denver has added a championship caliber player with Nick Swaggy P. Young. He's mainly a joke, yes, but he will be scoring off the bench for that team. He will be great for the young guys on that team.
That's why we had Steve Naismith. Swaggy P has nothing to the team.
Let's hear your picks.
Swaggy P has nothing. But I'll start with,
That's why I said it was a joke. Let's hear your picks.
So the Warriors are clearly coming in at number 1. I actually have the Thunder posted at number 2. I think Paul George is having an amazing season. As long as Russell Westbrook stops ball hogging and acting like Stephon Marbury, yes, then I think the Thunder will be number 2. The Nuggets, number 3. I think they're fantastic this year, just like you were stating. Who I have actually higher than you do is the Rockets, coming in at number 4. The reason I put Rockets at number 4 is because they haven't found their
defense.
But they also just haven't found their flow yet. I don't know why, they just haven't found it this year. Granted, they also got rid of some pieces, and the whole Carmelo thing happened, and that was a whole debacle. So I think they're regrouping, and I think at the second half of the season, after the All-Star break, things are going to change. Everything always changes after the All-Star break. Teams come back in a little more hungry.
Definitely.
They know that they only have 41 more games left to go, and that it's time to buckle down and start to get the playoff race going. Jazz have been looking good. I like them. I have the Lakers in at 6. The reason I say 6 is only due to the fact that, I'm a big LeBron fan, and I've seen LeBron from 2003 on. I've literally watched almost every game, and I've always loved to watch every game. I think he is. We don't need to argue this, but I think we both agree. LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. I put him above Michael Jordan. But with that being said, LeBron, he brings something to a team nobody else does. But also with the whole thing with him and Magic, Magic doesn't want LeBron to be taking over like he did that last game where he ended with 41 points and scored 20 in the fourth quarter or more. And, that's not the game that's not a game you can keep having with LeBron. LeBron James can't be your team.
It can't turn out to be like Cleveland again.
Exactly.
And Magic also doesn't want that.
Exactly. Because you want to develop a team instead of solely focusing on LeBron James. So, yes, I think the Lakers coming in at 6 due to that fact only, that it's not going to be LeBron's team, but it's going to be the Lakers. And he is going to help develop these younger guys. I think Brandon Ingram needs to be traded. I think he's absolutely whack. I'm tired of hearing the whole debate of, Brandon Ingram, man, he's supposed to be good. Like, we see flashes of him every year that he's supposed to be good.
Same situation as Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah,
supposed to be that guy.
The Canadian Michael Jordan, LeBron James has not panned out to be the Canadian Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
Not even close.
So yeah, I think Brandon Ingram should just be cut. I don't like him. I know he can be developed and become a good player, but he's reminding me of the D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell was supposed to be their great point guard they got, and now he's on the Nets, possibly coming into the 8th seed in the East.
Okay.
But yeah,
who rounds out your Western Conference?
It's gonna be. I have actually 4 teams here in my last 2 spots. It's gonna be either Blazers, Pelicans for the 7th.
Okay.
And that's if Mirotic and
You have the Blazers that low?
Yeah.
Okay. I have them coming in at 4th, so it's a bold
The
play.
reason I say they're gonna come in that low is because I feel this hesitance between CJ McCollum and Dame Dollar.
Dame Dollar.
Just because.
Whose team is it?
Exactly. Like
I
think that CJ McCollum can be even better on another team. He's such an efficient, amazing 2-guard, and he can even play the 1 as well. I mean, you can put him at 3 if you want, but it's kind of a small 3. But that's if you want to play a little small ball, and I think
that's what the NBA is now.
Yeah, and
so he's a versatile player.
I think that CJ McCollum is a great player, but I just think there's that clashing between those two at some point, and it's almost kind of reminds me of like a John Wall Bradley Beal type of deal. That's why I actually don't have the Wizards anywhere in my East.
Neither do I.
But back to also like I was saying about the Pelicans, I need the big men to stay healthy because those 2 big men are absolutely amazing.
Now, when you say those 2 big men, you're referring to
Davis and Mirotic.
Davis and Mirotic?
Yeah.
Okay. Julius Randle's also coming up, but I completely agree. The 2 big men. When you say the 2,
would you rather have Julius Randle or Mirotic being your starter?
As of right now, Mirotic. But
even last year too.
Yes. Julius is still a good player.
Yeah, absolutely. But
I just wanted to clarify your point.
But Julius Randle's great coming off the bench. I think he's actually. It's always good to have somebody come off the bench. If you remember back in the Thunder days when they had the big 3 there, like James Harden came off the bench, and there was a reason for it.
Yeah.
You had someone that's a starting caliber who is now an MVP coming off the bench.
Like Lou Will coming off the bench for the Clippers, not an MVP, but
yeah. So
top
it's like
scorer in the NBA off the bench.
It adds something to your team. It gives you that much more.
Definitely.
So yeah, I think the Pelicans can start to embrace the game, come in again.
Okay.
And then for my 8th seed, I have between the Mavs and the Clippers. Clippers are actually looking good, and I know I talked about at the beginning of the season with you, and how I didn't believe the Clippers were even going to make it. I thought it was like, this guy's crazy. These are all just a bunch of role players. There's no way that they're going to come in. Like, they can maybe figure it out next year. Bye, Clippers. Right now, they're sitting pretty at number 3 in the West.
Tied for 2nd, actually.
Oh, even better.
So a 3-way tie for 1st.
So, I mean, it's insane to me, but it's actually really cool to see that the Clippers are doing so well with all these players. But I don't know. I think that's going to be a race. I really like the Mavericks. Luka Doncic, Rookie of the Year, so good.
Rookie of the Year,
I mean, he looks like a seasoned, developed player, and I actually like to compare right now Luka to Brandon Ingram. And the reason I say that is because I'm tired of hearing back to the whole Laker thing. I'm tired of hearing people say that Brandon Ingram, he's young, let him play, he's going to develop, he's going to get it. Luka Doncic is, 18, 19 years old.
And he already got it.
He's playing like an all-star. And that's enough said. And when you see Luka, you go, wow, like this kid is developed. He knows what he's doing. He's poised. He's confident.
Yeah.
And then you see Ingram, who's flashy and wants to be the best.
And wants to get in fights with Chris Paul.
Yeah, that was a good swing.
That was a good swing. Got him from behind.
But like, I just don't like the whole fact of him being on Lakers. I just think he's trying to develop somewhere else. I think there's too many young heads on that team that want to be the best. I think my starting lineup for the Lakers is going to definitely have to be like Lonzo, Kuz, LeBron. Those 3 are going to be my top 3 starting. And I like the fact that they just picked up Trevor Ariza. Trevor Ariza is a fantastic pickup, and the reason he's a fantastic pickup is strictly due to the fact that there's not a lot of guys on that team that can hold their own. Meaning, when you have someone like Trevor Ariza, you know that every night you can guarantee he's going to go out there and play. Well, it doesn't matter if he gets all the points in the world because he's not really a scoring type, but he's the kind of guy where you're on the court and you go, look, you got that guy.
He can facilitate.
Exactly.
He's a great defender.
You got that guy, and
he's the main
on
reason.
That guy.
He's one of the main reasons that the Rockets are
going
downhill. Losing Trevor Ariza and Luka Mbamute, they're two great defenders that made them that first seed last year.
Yeah.
To look now and have them not even be top 8 currently, I know it's a very tight race, but he will be a great fit. I feel like an even greater addition for that team than Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Tyson Chandler too. It's good to see that they put a few more older bodies on the team.
That's
like,
right.
I mean, if you
Veteran presence for all the young guys.
Yeah, you put it there, like, shoot, like one day if they want to, I almost feel like they can go Ray John. I don't know who's been the 2, 3 LeBron, or even put Trevor Ariza the 2, 3 LeBron. Find yourself 4 and Tyson Chandler at 5, and you got a old veteran team playing. So
You got what the Nets want to do, and they got Derek Williams, Paul Pierce, KG.
Yeah. So it's like
They have potential there. And then a team that we both left out before you get to your Eastern Conference is the Spurs, who are currently under 500, which not only is Greg Popovich not used to, but no NBA fan is used to. DeMar DeRozan is
since like what 99 every year.
DeMar DeRozan is a great player, but he's not Kawhi. He doesn't have that leadership. Even though Pop said Kawhi doesn't have that leadership, we know that everyone looked at Kawhi. He's the guy. Tim's out. We got Kawhi.
Tony Parker's gone.
Tony Parker's gone. Ginobili's gone. So when they look at DeRozan, yes, he can score. Yes, he can play defense, but he's not the guy that they're looking for.
Yeah.
So they still have their own problems. I feel like they can bounce back.
I mean, I like the team. I like the fact that DeMarcus Aldridge. I like the whole.
It's still young in the season.
Yeah, DeMar DeRozan. I mean,
Rudy Gay.
Rudy's a great player right now. He's actually playing really well. I just think they need one. They're like the Rockets in that sense, where they need to find it.
Yeah, and once they find it, they can
squeeze in.
They can be the playoff team.
I think they could squeeze in, but standing from where we're at right now,
Currently not playing on the playoff
I
team.
can't put them in here just due to that fact.
I agree.
Moving on to my East, I have the Raptors
Agreed.
killing it for some reason. I mean,
For some reason.
I mean,
Kawhi
Kyle Lowry is awesome too.
Pascal Siakam,
Yeah.
the G League guy, stepping up. He is doing great.
The Bucks are doing pretty well. Giannis is being Giannis.
They just lost Dellavedova. It might be a tough hit.
Yeah, Delly can't lose Delly. Sixers, I got Sixers in at number 3.
Okay.
I like the Sixers at 3. Celtics 4. I think they're good there. I think they'll take home court, but then they'll move into the second round as well.
Yeah.
If they do play something like the Pistons or the Pacers. But actually at 5, that's the reason I said it. I have the Pistons. Pistons are looking actually kind of good. The Pacers, they're not looking so good. They're number 4 right now or something in the standings, but I have them actually down as being number 6.
I also have them at 6. But the thing is, in the West, you can look not so good and still
Well,
be
yeah, that's always
still
been
be
in the
considered
West.
6.
But with them, the fact that Oladipo's out for a 9th straight game, that's hurting them. We're talking about
Sabonis is carrying this team.
Yeah,
Thaddeus Young
you
is
know what I
carrying
mean.
this team.
It's just I can't barely say his name. Bojan.
Bohan Bogdanovic.
Yeah, and so
These no-name guys that you can't pronounce or having to pick up the slack.
Exactly. So it's causing this tough circumstance for the Pacers right now. So yeah, like I said, 9 games straight so far. No Oladipo. Nursing a knee injury, I believe it is.
Yeah.
That's 12% of your season down the drain without Oladipo. You can see how much he means to that team. Some of the averages like 22, 6 and 5. So
Yeah,
the
definitely.
stat line's great, and he's an amazing player, great defensively as well. So until he comes back,
They're going to be
and
struggling.
if I see anything, if I keep watching and see anything else, I think that the Pacers can move up a little bit, maybe past the Pistons once we do get Oladipo back. But if Oladipo's not back soon, I'm keeping him there. 7, Magic.
Orlando Magic. They've been playing well. I don't have them in my top 8, but
My man Vucevic is a beast. I remember watching him at USC. I remember it was New Year's Eve. I watched him play. And it was a lot of fun. I watched him play Washington State when I went, and that was one of his last games I remember seeing him play. And I was wondering to myself when I was younger, I was like, man, I wonder if that guy's going to go to the NBA. And next thing you know, he got drafted, and look at him now. And now I see him, the man's averaging like nearly 20 and 10. I mean, he is a double hoarder. Every time he steps on the floor, he helps lead the team. I think he's going to help Aaron Gordon progress as well.
And Malala.
Yeah, so it's just that team is looking pretty decent.
They're another good-looking young team that most people overlook. Because when you think of young teams,
just like we kind of overlook the Kings.
Yeah,
but
we can talk about that in another episode for sure.
Yeah,
That's
the Kings are a whole.
That's a whole other conversation right there. But after that 7th seed, you have Bronny out of your 8th.
I put the Nets down. I couldn't really figure out who I wanted at my 8th, so I'll put the Nets there for fun. I'm gonna try and figure out my 8th as the weeks go on. I don't know who I want there yet, just because I feel like since it's nothing like the West when in the East Coast now,
it's wide open.
Yeah, so like I can have the Pacers lose the next 3 games, and then the Hornets win the next 4, or the Magic win the next 4, and then in like 3 weeks from now, I can have a whole new list.
No, definitely.
Of people in different areas. So I think that is.
We will definitely touch on this subject once again as we get closer to the All-Star break, or maybe past that.
Yeah.
Because these lists can definitely be looking a lot different.
Yeah, totally. I really can. So that's my list for now. I know the NBA just brought out their power rankings as well, so I'm going to check that out.
Clippers coming in the top 10?
Yeah, they're listed as number 9 right now in the power rankings, with the Lakers number 8, which I thought should be swapped. I don't like the Lakers at 8. Like I said, I can go on about the Lakers right now.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there's a lot for them to work on.
Definitely. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to our first video. And it's been fun. We'll catch you in the next episode.
All right.